Welcome to the our EDFA Tech podcast. In today's episode, we are and Dr. Abraham serves as the CEO and Director of Executive Educations and Head of the SPJ School of Global Management to the Dubai campus. And he has a very remarkable career he is a three-time TEDx speaker and international conference keynote speaker. Today, we have a amazing wealth of experience in the realm of behavioral science, design thinking, and innovations. Throughout his career, Dr. Abraham has been driving force in fostering the culture of innovations both in educations and the broader professional landscapes. He has a very good contributions to the field beyond theory, as evidenced by his role as a design thinker and translating innovative ideas into actionable strategies. Today we are very privileged to, have a discussions with him in the world of design thinking and innovations. Let's welcome Mr. Abraham, and I hope you will have also a great discussions and a great experience sharing your knowledge and expertise with us. Today I am your host as Ms. Sonal Shah, and I welcome you on behalf of Adbar Tech Venture, and we are thrilled to have you today as our guest speakers. Just a few words about Adfar Tech. We are IT and tech platform which we are focusing on mainly IT solutions, IT resources, recruitments, and tech audio podcasts. We have a vendor alliances with the 50 plus tech partners, including but not limited to SAP, Microsoft, Pega, OutSystems, Appian, Salesforce, Cloudera, Informatica, and many more. And we provide majorly solutions including but not limited to ERP, applications development, data, artificial intelligence, ML, blockchain, cloud managed services, UX, UI testing, and cybersecurity. And we have resources basis of more than 20,000 plus across all scales, which we can deliver both the solutions on site as well as offshores, but that too within a 24 hours. So these are our core area where we are focusing and providing services. So at EdFar, we are welcoming you, and we are very grateful to have you as our guest today. And we are very much keen to have your views on visionary, the tech profiles as well as the education sectors. So we are very super impressed with your bio, and we are very eager to listen your thoughts in today's podcast. So welcoming Mr. Abraham, and please have a words or tell us something about yourself in your words. So thank you so much, and let's start the discussion.
Thank you, Sonal, for inviting me to your podcast, and a good day to everybody who's listening to us. I'm Dr. Christopher Abraham, CEO and head of the Dubai campus SPJ School of Global Management and Director of Executive Education. 37 years of professional experience across sectors, including consulting, marketing research, strategy development, and institutional development for the last 37 years across different geographies, India, Singapore, Canada, and now United Arab Emirates. As Sonal said, I have a wide multidisciplinary experience as a behavioral scientist, a design thinker, a leadership expert, and a professor. So over to you, Sonal. I'm open for any questions that you might have for me during this podcast.
Yeah, sir. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for providing your introductions. As I have seen your profile, and maybe after this podcast, when our audience will see and check your profile, there is a lot more things to learn from you, sir, and a lot more expertise as you are carrying. So just starting with the first question, as...
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
There was
Yes. So just as I have seen in your bio that you are, design thinker and, more focused on the design thinking. So just being a simple audience myself also, I am not much aware of what is a design thinking. And so can you just brief us what is exactly a design thinking, or what are the key differences between this normal thinking and design thinking?
No, great question.
Tell us something about...
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, design thinking, in very simple terms, is human-centric problem solving through innovation. I repeat, human-centric problem solving through innovation. How is it different from other kinds of innovations? Well, mostly we talk about innovation and creativity from the right side of the human brain. We all have an awesome God-given brain, which has a right side and a left side. And design thinking applies the concepts of creativity, innovation, intuition from the right side of the human brain, along with the rational, logical, data-driven thinking from the left side. So in other words, design thinking is human-centered problem solving using whole brain approach to problem solving, innovation, and design and delivery of products, services, and solutions.
Okay. That is a great, the differentiations you had provided.
Yeah.
So can you, sir, share me some particular impactful design thinking project that you have been involved in?
Yes. So, for example, one of the simplest, we look at human problems. How do we feed people who are hungry? How do we address the issue of water? And so I'll give you a couple of examples. One of it is we work a lot with clients across the world, including Africa. Africa has a major water. So conventionally, if you look at it, even in India, in many parts of India, you will find women carrying vessels, metal vessels or plastic vessels on long stretches and getting the water from these places, their homes. Now, one of the issues that you have is, one, it's long distance. Two, it is a dent on the health and hygiene of women. Third, most importantly, the water that you get is not as good as it should be. It's not clean, healthy, drinkable water. So I think
the quality.
Exactly.
Potability.
So, exactly. One interesting insight that we got was, how do we address this problem? And then came a very interesting design thinking innovation called Life Straw. Life Straw is a very simple plastic instrument. It would cost around $1 or $2. And within this $1 to $2, which is normally sponsored by multinational companies, we have a simple solution that actually eliminates 99.99% bacteria, even from the worst quality water that you might have. The product is called Life Straw. Today, there are many other variations of the Life Straw that have come in, but that is today made available clean, potable drinking water to millions and millions of people who are water-starved or who do not have access to good quality water. So this could be a great example of how design thinking help on the, for people at the lowest, rungs of society.
Yes. Right, sir. Very good examples and very good the work you have done. So as you also had said that you are also a behavioral scientist and innovation expert. So what is your perspective on the impact of this AI in the current age and how it is shaping the world? So can you foresee any significant shifts or challenges in the way we live and work?
Oh, yes. See, AI is an inevitable reality. Whether we like it or not, it's going to be there. And it has evolved over time. It's also an expression of human intelligence and human ingenuity. Now, understanding AI has to be understood from the backdrop of what AI is. It's at three levels. What we call narrow artificial intelligence, general artificial intelligence, and super artificial intelligence. The current state of AI is what we call narrow AI, which is the base level. And narrow AI has now impacted industries and communities across the world, whether it's health tech, edutech, fintech, insurtech, policy tech, climate tech. Every industry is being disrupted by the nature of some element of AI or the other. And last year, as we know, generative AI came in and completely disrupted the algorithm-driven market. Now, on the good side, it can definitely complement human endeavor. It can definitely enhance the quality of human life. It can definitely provide amazing solutions for farmers and agriculture, for doctors and patients in health sector, for students and teachers in the education sector, so on and so forth, and for customers and bankers and financial services providers in the fintech sector. So all the good things are possible. The flip side to
Right.
is, I think, manifold. Number one is the kind of jobs that people are likely to lose if they don't upskill themselves. So many industries, many jobs in many industries could become redundant, could become irrelevant. That's the flip side.
Correct.
Number two, that means
Yes.
there could be millions upon millions of people who go unemployed. And if they're unemployed, they don't have access to money. And when they don't have access to money,
Right.
it's difficult for them to take care of their requirements
Survive.
for themselves, survive,
Yes.
and for themselves and their family. And that could create a lot of chaos, confusion, and even lead to what I would call civil unrests. So that's the flip side to it. It could happen.
Yes.
But if we have to address
Yes.
proactively and intelligently with human intelligence, overcome artificial intelligence, or address artificial
Yes.
intelligence, is to
Yeah.
foresee these challenges. So let's say, for example, an accounting firm, a chartered accountant's firm, a bookkeeping firm, a tax advisory firm, a legal firm.
Yes.
These are industries that are likely to be disrupted by technologies from AI.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean we keep quiet and wait for our jobs to be taken over by technology, but can we upskill ourselves? Can we reskill ourselves?
Yeah.
And then we continuously prepare ourselves for the onslaught of technology that can influence that.
Right.
So that is one way to
Right.
look at it. The other big issue with AI is privacy issues. Now, with the advances in technology, there are all kinds of dangers of people monitoring you, deep fakes, facial recognition systems, social credit systems based on facial recognition, behavioral monitoring. It's a social credit system in countries like China, where every move of yours, move of everybody is being monitored. And that monitoring goes into a social credit score, which is either good or bad. So say 6 months, 8 months down the line, you go to a bank for a loan, for some kind of services, your entire AI profile comes out, which may be damaging. So privacy is a huge risk that we have to grapple with. And I don't think we already have any, let's say, solution to that. So that is, that's a gray area that needs to be addressed. Second thing is autonomy. What is machine autonomy? When we move from artificial narrow intelligence or narrow artificial intelligence to AGI or artificial general intelligence, there is a general fear that when machines can think and act like human beings, like us, could also create havoc in terms of wars, conflicts, what we call unintended consequences. So that's the second big danger, right? Artificial general intelligence.
Right.
It's just a question of time when AI, the current AI will mature towards, that is narrow AI will mature to AGI or general AI. And that's going to be an area of caution because we don't know how it's going to happen. Because machines that can match our intelligence or exceed ours, then that's going to be a danger for us because that means they start thinking like us, sometimes thinking better than us. And that could be a danger. The third thing, as I said, that means there could be millions of jobs that we lost because of this. So how do we? But having said all this that scared the living daylights out of people who are listening, let me also tell you, as of computers are still limited when compared to the human brain. The human brain has neurons, and the calculations and computation the human brain can make are actually measured in what we call exabytes. And an exabyte is 1 by 21 zeros. While the most sophisticated advanced supercomputer calculates in petabytes, which is 1 followed by 15 zeros. So in other words, we need to deeply start thinking how we can use our human brain even better to not just be covered or scared of AI, but to ensure that we are ready to face it and not get overwhelmed by it. So that would be my, take on that.
That's very, very good insight you have provided, sir, and very brilliant outwork you have set with that example. So you have very good expertise that I can see from your words and your, the way you are saying to our audiences.
Yeah.
So, sir, asking within these line only. So, like being an the CEO of the Dubai campus at SP Jain. So, how do you see these educational institutions are innovating to prepare students for this rapidly changing landscape of work and technology? So, what are the specific initiative or approaches you people are, creating for the next generations? Or how do you manage this technology and work?
Sure. So you see, the future of work is definitely going to be driven by artificial intelligence and related technologies. So let's say if you're creating a marketing professional, a finance professional, a supply chain professional, or a consulting professional, or a e-business professional, which is what we do, by the way, in our MBA school. Now, each of these domains have been traditional with certain approaches. But with the onslaught of artificial intelligence, the new marketer, if I may use that word, or the new finance professional, or the new supply chain professional, or the new consulting professional should have competencies in 3 areas. Number 1, domain expertise. So if you're a supply chain professional, you need to know enough more about the latest trends in supply chain, the latest research on supply chain, and the latest, roles and requirements in supply chain. That's one part, domain expertise. Along with domain expertise, that professional needs to have technical expertise. What does that mean? As a supply chain professional, how do I know how to use AI-enabled technology tools in my domain called supply chain? And the same thing goes good for a marketing professional who has marketing domain expertise, but now also understands how to use the latest AI tools and technologies for his marketing profession. Yes. The third dimension, which I think is the most important differentiator, and which unfortunately many other schools and institutions do not focus upon, is what I'd like to call life skills. We used to earlier call them soft skills, but I'd like to call them life skills, because these are skills that can make or break your life and career. What are these skills?
Correct.
The ability to communicate, the ability to collaborate, the ability to empathize and apply emotional intelligence, the ability to have cultural sensitivity, the ability to solve problems, the ability to think critically, the ability to design innovatively or think innovatively through design thinking. These are extremely important human characteristics which cannot be replaced or replicated by artificial intelligence.
Any of that? Yes.
So love, care, compassion, ethics, empathy, creativity, imagination, these are uniquely human traits that also need to be developed. So once again, I repeat, domain expertise in that particular domain. Number 2 is technological applications in that domain. And thirdly, for everyone, the required, all-important life skills. SP Jain, as a pioneer in this field, has focused very carefully and conscientiously on building these 3 areas. So while we teach marketing to a bunch of marketing specialization students, we teach finance to a bunch of finance specialization students, we also focus on the technology, the disruptive technologies, digital technologies in each of these domains and train them on how they can apply it, whether it's data analytics, whether it's cloud computing, whether it's quantum computing, whatever, in their respective domains. And the third one is a focused, deliberate effort to train them on the critical life skills that I just mentioned.
Life skills.
And that's one of the reasons why we get ranked among the top 100 in the world, Financial Times, top 20 in the world, Forbes, top 10 in the world, Forbes, top 5 in the world, Times Magazine and Wall Street Journal, and more recently, number 7 in the world, Pan Asia by Bloomberg. So I think this kind of a multifarious focus and approach is what has made the difference for SP Jain to become a global school. As you know, our roots are Indian, our heritage is Indian, but our footprints are Australian and Europe. We have campuses in Dubai, Singapore, Sydney, Mumbai, and now in London. And God willing, we will have our next campus in the Silicon Valley, USA next year. And we are accredited by the Australian government and by the UK government. We are not an Indian accredited school. And our students get
Yes.
placements all over the world. And the rankings, as I said, are
That's just
international.
That's so much grateful to know, sir. So much grateful. I cannot clap here, but literally, I'm applauding you from all the sides, and feel very much proud to have a discussions with you regarding all these things.
Yeah.
So, feeling super proud today. Thank you so much, sir.
I-
So, yes, so like as you are, telling the way you people are teaching and making the next generations and making them the super, human beings with the technologies as well as the thinking side. So, as I can, see and think as a, from Generation Z side or the next generation side, what technologies and thinking patterns do you observe among these generations? And
yeah.
is it going to shape up the future of the work and innovations, or they are silent, or what is your experience with this generation?
Well, I can tell you, it's a very, very important question. Now, this is what we call the digital native generation. Now, you could say 1995 onwards, till date, till 2012. So these are people who are born with digital. Unlike me, who's digital migrant or a digital immigrant, I'm not too sure about you. But, that's the
Yeah.
Gen Z, as we call them. They're digital natives. Now, the good side to that is they're tech savvy. They're very focused on using technology for every little thing. They can check on, digital technologies. They communicate on digital. They connect on digital.
Yes.
They collaborate on digital. So that's the good side. And they're very tech savvy. In fact, I remember an advertisement a few years back for a telecom company in India. I forgot, I think the MTNL or whatever, where there's a little baby that's just being born, absolutely newborn baby. And that baby is, getting up, borrowing a scissor from the, borrowing the mobile from the officer. You remember that ad? And how to cut
Yes, yes, yes.
cord, and then it will take the scissors from us and cut the cord. Probably that's an exaggeration, but that's where the world is leading. The digital natives of today are extremely tech savvy. This is one part.
Yeah.
But now the other side.
Yeah.
And I observe it in our own campuses, and I feel very sad about it. Now, the overdoing of this tech obsession. So pretty much 24/7, they are on their digital. So right from the time they start the day, they open to the blue screen. They work throughout the day
Yes.
blue screen. And then at the end of the day, maybe 16 hours, 17 hours, whatever, they end the day with a blue screen. Now, ironically, there is a scientific research that says glaring into this blue screen is not good for your brain development, nor is it good for your body. You can use it in moderation. You can use it in a discipline.
Yes.
So this Gen Z,
Right.
from a digital perspective or usage perspective, I would say are over. What is the cost?
Right.
It's the social life. They don't have a genuine social life because most of the social is based on social media. It can also be fake.
Yes.
You can hype stuff.
Right, sir.
As a result, we are human beings who have a social brain. We need to connect with people. We are communities, we are families, we are divisions, departments, corporations, countries. That's how we come together.
Right.
And so what happens is that when you don't have that ability, when you lose that, when you're so obsessed with digital technologies, there is a danger of losing the human element in our individual selves. In fact, that is why the worst punishment you can give a criminal is not to hang him to death, but to put him on solitary confinement, because that isolation is the worst punishment you can give.
Yes.
Now, these kids are, this generation is giving itself that kind of a punishment by isolating from meaningful interactions. So for me, that's that's an area of concern. Having said that, then we also have some very profound values. They are about, because I have children. I have children at different age groups, and one of them definitely fits into the Gen Z, value system. And she's all about racial justice, equality, sustainability, those kind of genuine ethical considerations. So while saying that they're digitally obsessed, they also have some excellent values that they carry with them.
Values.
They want very concerned about climate. They're very concerned about ethical practices, sustainability,
Right.
so on and so forth. So I think it's our duty as elders to educate them. So I would say, I call it digital discipline.
Yeah.
You can't shy away from digital.
Very.
You can't be away from
Yes.
your mobiles and laptops and tablets, but you need to know how to
Yeah.
discipline yourself as to how to use it effectively rather than that becoming the master and using us.
Correct, sir.
So that's what I...
It's very rightly. Yes, even I also have two small children, but managing the things with the mobile screen as well as right now nowadays they are having so many assignments as they are very small. I can say you they are under 10, but schools has so many assignments, and so the schools also gives them the projects like you have to search this from Google or from these and that. So when they are, on screen also at that time also, I have made them, limitations that only these minutes of times are allowed and you cannot see few websites, few things. So I have also kept a few of controls from myself. So that is a very rightly said.
Yeah, the key
Yes,
word
we
is
have to.
the key word is discipline.
Yes.
Discipline. Whether we are a
Correct, sir.
whether we are a teacher, whether we are a youngster, maybe some youngsters listening to it. There's nothing wrong in using technology.
Yeah.
But use it in a different
Yes, but
manner. That's it.
yes, sir. That's a very rightful word for that specific things, right, sir? So, in your experience, sir, which are the tech skills, which are recently being, taken care by industries from your organizations, or which you, as an, technical expertise, hire for your organizations? What are the specific technical skills you seek in the recruiters as well as for your own organization's recruitment?
So if you look at the changing face of industries, they're all being driven by technology. So all the conventional ones like cybersecurity, cloud computing, cognitive computing, data analytics, DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, even programming to some extent, ethical hacking, right? Ethical hacking. These are conventional. So we know that these are important. These are standard. These are going to be there for the next 10, 15 years. But beyond that, interesting areas where I would like our youngsters to focus on. Number one, cyber resilience. Cyber resilience is a very area to look at, which is about understanding the, let's say, the dynamics of cyber security and preparing ourselves and others for being resilient towards cyber threats. That's number one. Number two is quantum computing. Quantum computing is going to become a big thing in the future because more computing power, more supercomputing would ensure that the quantum computing applications will cut across industries. So we would definitely need experts who can apply quantum computing technologies across industries. Third interesting area that was started by the revolution last year, which is generative AI professionals. Now, one of the areas that we need to look is prompt engineering. They need to know how to give the kind of prompt commands. So that's going to be a huge thing, prompt engineering, right? And not forgetting sustainable technology, because the future would depend upon the right kind of sustainable technology. Apart from these areas, please remember that we will be working along with artificial intelligence, we will be working with human beings. So each of us, in whatever professional role we are, we need to have, I told you here, the life skills. Now I want to bring a scientific dimension to it. What I would call behavioral science, human psychology, behavioral science, neuroscience, positive psychology, which is the art and science of, being happy all the time, which is not just a thing, but very relevant. So these are some of the things, in addition to the tech skills that people need to have. So that's how I would look.
Right, sir.
Yes.
Okay. And the same when, the many of the industries are coming to your campus. So they are also looking for any specific kind of skills from your students.
Plus, there's one interesting thing, or rather two. One is the ability to think like an entrepreneur. You see, today, want people who join companies or who start on their own to think like entrepreneurs. What does that mean? It's an entrepreneurial mindset to think like an entrepreneur,
Right.
which means, I'm able to think by starting a company, by looking at the market, by looking at the challenges, those kind of interesting things. That's one, entrepreneurial mindset.
Yes.
The second important thing is what we call global intelligence. And this is where SP Jain has differentiated itself from all other schools. Because of a unique formula of campuses in Dubai, Singapore, Sydney, Mumbai, London, and then US, we give our students an opportunity to go to multiple countries, and multiple countries, multiple cultures, multiple business practices, multiple business approaches, multiple leadership and management approaches. Thereby, we create what we call global intelligence. So our student is not a regular MBA graduate or a BBA graduate coming from a business school. They are MBA and BBA graduates coming with what we call global intelligence. The ability of the human brain to adapt and work in any kind of international environment.
That's a great to know, Brett. That's a great to know. So, sir, in the context of these only, if I ask you, okay, I know now your ideology and the way you are thinking, but as an organizations, how do you ensure that these updates and latest trends and technologies are being, taught by each and every individuals, like the team members of your organizations? So how all the peoples are making themselves aware of these trends and technologies? So is there any specific budget allocations or any programs, innovations are designed within your organization?
Yeah, so we have to prepare different stakeholders. Number one, our own internal staff and faculty members. Number two, our students. And number three, our employers who come and recruit from our campuses. So at all three levels, we have a continuous process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. I repeat, unlearning and relearning. So there's a culture of learning, which means continuously we keep learning, continuously we keep updating the curriculum, continuously we keep looking for source persons who can train us on these different areas. As we speak, let's give you a latest insight. All our faculty members, while many education institutions are shying away from ChatGPT and generative AI, we are now training all faculty members across our different campuses on how ChatGPT and generative AI technologies can be used to enhance the learning process. Absolutely.
Yes.
Train all our faculty.
Yeah.
So I think that is the kind of conscious effort towards upskilling and upgrading. So it's upskilling, reskilling, and continuous skilling, which is the dimension of learning, unlearning, and relearning.
Relearning. That's a great, sir. Great to know. All this, the the way you are explaining each and every concepts with the examples as well as with each and every, correlations with the today's current age. So it's mind blowing, sir. So
thank you.
This is all about my questions. And the answers which I had received from yourself is, I can say it's invaluable. So thank you so much. And if I ask you to, have a few advice to our audience, to our Generation Z or whatever you call it, next generation. So what are that few sentences you want to add on to these?
Thank you so much, Sonal. And my final thoughts to all our people listening, whether they're young or old, is what I call the three L's. L. Okay, 3 L's of life. The first L is love. Love. What does love mean? Love everybody. There are no enemies in this world. Love your friend, love your enemy, love your competitor, love somebody who is beyond, okay? So love is the universal force that binds all of us together across the world. Love. Number 2 is live. What does live mean? In my context, live means live every moment. Whether you're 16, whether you're 60, whether you're 90, it doesn't matter. Every moment is a moment to cherish and live. So live it to its fullest. Whether you take up a job, whether you take up a career, whether you're doing something as a hobby, whether you're learning, whether you're dancing, doing whatever, do it to the fullest. live life to its full.
Correct.
And then I remember Steve Jobs saying, if today was your last day, how best will you
Yes.
live it? So we need to have this conscious reminder that if today was the last day, how well will I live it? So love everybody,
Yes.
live every moment. And the last one is leave. What do I mean by leave?
Yeah.
Everybody has an expiry date. After some time, we'll have to leave this world. When we leave the world,
Yeah.
can we leave a legacy? Can we leave an impact? Can we leave an influence on people around us? What would people say after I have left? So love everybody, live every moment, and leave a legacy. That would be my 3 L's as lessons for life.
That's just mind-blowing. Awesome, sir. Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm really, truly honored to, just have a discussions with you today and express my deepest gratitude to you, sir. So thank you so much for being with us, and we deeply appreciate the time and thoughtfulness you have dedicated to this podcast, and your passion for this education, innovations, and technology in line with the human behavior are really, really, really very impressive and will definitely resonate with our audience. So thank you so much, sir, for being with us. And I think through these collaborative efforts with the thought leaders like you today we have, so we can foster a community of learning and inspiration. So thank you so much, sir, for being with a beacon of knowledge and inspirations to all of us. And we really look forward to future collaborations and the continued sharing of visionary insight. So on the behalf of ADFA Tech, we really appreciate your efforts and the time you have provided us. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure, Sonal, and wish you the very best to ADFA Tech and to yourself. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Have a
Bye-bye.
great day.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.